Welcome to the Jaguar Nation on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona, the Varsity Sports Show. Welcome back to the Varsity Sports Show here on AM 1060 KDUS, Arizona. Vince DeLisio here, and so excited, so happy to welcome my broadcast partner, Derek Diesner, who handles Canyon View Athletics, is the voice of Canyon View baseball and softball. Derek, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, Vince. How are you?
I'm great, man. Started off great. Great start to the show this morning. We talked about some women's tackle football. We talked about some lacrosse, and now we're going to transition over to softball and in the best program in the state in 5A in Canyon View. Also joined by Canyon View softball head coach John Jacobs. Coach Jacobs, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. Derek, take it away, man.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. This was an important week for your team this past week. 4 games. Your schedule was loaded, and you played those 4 games back to back to back to back, Monday through Thursday. Talk about how your team was able to get through playing 4 games in 4 straight days, and you had tough opponents in that schedule. We were out with you on Monday against Agua Fria, but then you had to travel to Sunny Slope, and then you hosted Fairfax and Kellis.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, man. What was kind of crazy about the whole situation is we actually first and foremost played Friday night at Agua Fria, and then we played late at Agua Fria. Then we came back Monday, a 6 o'clock game, and then we went Tuesday, a 7 o'clock game on the road against Slope, and then we came back with the last 2 games. And when your regular seasons in the past have been 2 or 3 games a week, and now you load it up. As far as softball, our girls are kind of used to that kind of thing, but it's still the whole grind of school, testing, all that stuff, then getting out and doing it. But I keep putting these girls in situations that challenges them, and all they do is step up to the challenge, and it's pretty cool.
Coach, I love how you have Sunny Slope on your schedule. You played them earlier this season, and then you played them again at their place this past week. But they're 6A, a tougher opponent. But what challenges are presented when you play a team like Agua Fria on Monday? You win that game 16-0 at home, and then you have to turn around the next night, hit the road, and face a daunting opponent in Sunny Slope. How are you able to kind of change your mindset and get prepared?
Yeah, what's funny is Agua Fria has their program is going to get better, but they had 2 girls. They had a third baseman and shortstop. And I looked at those 2 girls, and being a third base coach, I was just like, man, these 2 girls, we got to make sure we beat them and beat them good, because these 2 girls that they got right here are not going to quit. And I always feed off energy from that kind of stuff. I'm like, man, these 2, like, we're up on them 10-0. These girls are still diving in the hole, trying to make plays. I hear them talking, hey, I'll get the next one. And I was like, you know what, that is the environment that we need to learn from Canyon View also. So I try to pick up something from every game. Mm-hmm. Now, as far as the pitching, you go from a girl who, she was doing the best she could. She's probably a little bit under speed, to going to Sunny Slope, who has a legitimate 1. That kind of stinks. But we have to make adjustments, all right? And our whole thing is if we do what we're supposed to do, we're going to be tough to be beaten. And so we got the Slope, and it was a lot of things that. You going into a hostile environment like that, they have tradition there and things like that. And the big hits that we're used to getting, their shortstop made plays, man. I mean, the girl, she made 2 or 3 plays that the outcome of the game would be a little bit different, but we competed to the end. That's part of our DNA. We do not go down. If you're gonna beat us, you're gonna snatch our bloody hands. You understand? So yep. That's the thing. And they proved me on that too, man. 4 games in a row, Monday through Thursday, 2 of them, the first 2 are at night. Then we had to get home, and we had testing and things like that. And all they did, they went 3-1, and we lost, I think, the 6A number 2 team. So I told them, and listen, it was a dark day. No, we didn't get home and be like, hey, at least we know. It was bad. I saw some long faces. I saw some people that were not happy. And that was also refreshing to know that we don't want losing to be part of our DNA. And so that's we washed that out, and then the next two games we came back and did what we had to do.
Well, Coach, you're currently sitting at 15-2 overall, 8-0 in 5A Desert West play. You're ranked number 1 in 5A, but you look at those rankings in 5A, and I'm sure they may change here the next time they come out. You look at it, and Sunrise Mountain and Willow Canyon, both 15-1 currently. That one loss for Sunrise Mountain was to you guys. So you may drop, you may not. But how important are those rankings coming down this final stretch as you prepare for your final 2 regular season games of the season?
You know what? We talk about we can only worry about the things that we can control. So we have Arcadia and we have Boulder Creek. And our goal is Arcadia is next, and we're going to go in there. We're going to do our best to execute and play against the game of softball. And then we're going to go to Boulder Creek, and we'll worry about that. And then we can't worry about the things that we can't control. But I do think we have a really good chance of making the playoffs. So if that situation comes up, whatever the task is in front of us, we're going to go and do it the Jaguar way, and we're going to go take it head on.
All right.
Coach, would like to also get some insight from Taylor again. We had such a great time talking to her a couple of weeks back, and would love to kind of hear her take on the season and everything. And is she nearby?
I think she called in on her own because she's a big kid now driving, and she has something to do. So I won't yell, "Hey, Taylor!" So she, you guys can click on and get with her.
Aaron, do we have Taylor Jacobs? Awesome. All right, let's bring on Taylor Jacobs, your star player there, who happens to be your daughter, too. Wow, I can imagine what the dinner time conversations are, talking about intensity. So, Taylor, how's it going?
Hi.
Hi.
Taylor, again, you were selected as our Stessa Movement Player of the Game this past week. We were out at your field on Monday for that 16-0 win against Agua Fria. And just looking at your stats in that game, you went 3 innings and were able to strike out 7 batters and only surrendered 2 hits. What all went into that performance on Monday? Because your team threw a cushion early on in that ball game where you knew that the offense had your back.
I kind of got to give it all to my girls. They make my job really easy when we get stuff done at the plate and we put up runs early, and it just makes the defensive part a lot easier.
I know the last week when we had you on, I asked you, do you prefer batting, being that offensive player? Do you prefer pitching? And, it's amazing because I look at your stats and you excel in the circle, but then the days that you're not getting the ball, you really do well at the plate. Against Kellis this week, 4 hits in the batter's box, and then you turn around and pitch again against Fairfax, complete game, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. I mean, it's amazing to see how well you can do on both sides of the ball, and you have to be having so much fun this season.
Yeah, the girls just make it so much fun. Like, I can't even explain the energy and intensity that we have. I can't even describe it to you.
So how is this team stacking up? I'm sure in the preseason you guys set some goals for yourself. You have 2 games left in this regular season. How is the team coming along with the goals that you guys have set, and what do you hope to accomplish here as the postseason is right around the corner?
I would say our goal is definitely to win state. And so far, we've put in a good run for it with our regular season, and I think we'll do really good in playoffs.
Final week of the regular season, you have a home game against Arcadia, and then you hit the road against Boulder Creek. What do you know about these opponents, and what do you expect in these final games?
I'm not too sure about the opponents that we're playing, but I know we're going to go in and just get the job done and do our best.
All right. Well, Taylor, we thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure covering your team this season. Wish you the best of luck as you wrap up the regular season this week, and good luck in the postseason. We hope you're able to bring that state championship home to Canyon View High School.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Coach John Jacobs, Canyon View High School softball. Wow, Derek, that is, that the job you did covering them out there. Now, obviously, it's much easier when you're winning, but those guys are winning. And, best team in the state.
They are, and they're a lot of fun. Not just these programs here in the spring, but really Canyon View's got a lot going on in their athletic program. And Taylor Jacobs is just a tremendous athlete, and she really is a prime example of what Canyon View is able to do. I mean, Taylor Jacobs not only excels at softball, but she's one of the stars on the girls' basketball team. She stars on that volleyball team. She's just an all-around athlete, and you see that a lot with all the different teams at Canyon View High School.
Yeah, no seniors this year. First year playing varsity competition. And we are going to be the exclusive voice of Canyon View High School football in the fall. Brand new head coach and Nick Garrett's great administration, Mr. Nowlin, the principal, Ms. Hudson, the athletic director, and the rest of the staff. Great families, great kids. Looking forward to it. Folks, stick around. We got more coming after the break. Thank you, Derek Diesner. When we come back, we'll be joined by Sammy Rivera, Ryan Sikora, the broadcast team for Saguaro High School Baseball, along with Coach Joe Mickey and Miles Crutchley. Stick around, folks. We'll be back here on the Varsity Sports Show for the SaberCat Report. Go Varsity.